watching Twin Tiers Evening News with Jeff Androlonis and Alexa Olson. Now, from the Twin Tiers' biggest broadcast news operation, WVTT proudly presents Twin Tiers Evening News.
Good evening, I'm Alexa Olson. Jeff Androlonis is off tonight.
WVTT Special Report, live from WVTT and locations across the Twin Tiers. Breaking news now. WVTT.
A lot of breaking news to bring you tonight. New York State Police confirm a school bus went off the road in the town of Clarksville. Portville, Cuba, and Belmont EMS all responded to the scene. Now, we are receiving reports that the only person inside that school bus was the bus driver. We haven't heard any reports on whether or not there are any injuries. We will bring you the latest here on WVTT as more information becomes available. You can also go to our Facebook page for the very latest. It's facebook.com/WVTT News. Also, breaking news this afternoon, a fire on North 4th and Green Street in Olean. Olean fire crews were able to put out the fire relatively quickly. No injuries were reported in that fire so far. And also some breaking news, Bills releasing Fitzpatrick. He is no longer a part of the Bills. A lot of people talking about that on our Facebook page right now. Go there to see the latest. Well, there's rebellion in the wind, though that's probably overstating things. There is definitely a lot of municipalities and agencies standing up to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo and his gun restrictions. The Federal Department of Veterans Affairs says its mental health professionals aren't going to comply with one of the provisions in Governor Cuomo's New York SAFE bill. The law requires them to report the names of patients they think are likely to hurt themselves or others. Mental health professionals say this will deter people from seeking counseling or medication to help PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder and other psychological problems. The provision is set to take effect on Saturday. Day one is over. The 115 cardinals locked in the Sistine Chapel remain undecided on who will become the next pope. And for the first time, two of the favorites are American. WVTT's Valerie Tysander investigates what this would mean for the papacy.
Day one is over, and the black smoke coming from the Vatican Sistine Chapel means the cardinals have not yet chosen a new pope. But this year, Americans are playing a big role in choosing a new pontiff. In fact, 2 out of the top 20 favorites in the running for the new pope are, in fact, American. The Catholic Church cardinals sang prayers as they marched into the Vatican's Sistine Chapel this morning before taking an oath of secrecy and locking themselves inside. They're still there, deliberating on who the next pope will be, and they won't be seen again until they've chosen the next pontiff. We'll know that someone has received the necessary 2/3 of the vote when white smoke comes out of a copper chimney that's been installed at the Sistine Chapel. And for the first time, 2 Americans are frontrunners for the papacy. 68-year-old Sean O'Malley from Boston and 63-year-old Cardinal Timothy Dolan. He's from New York. Dolan is known for being an outgoing extrovert.
Dolan is a very out there kind of charismatic kind of guy. You know, he makes everybody feel comfortable. He's got a sense of humor.
He is reportedly backed by powerful Italians who are hoping for a return to the style of Pope Jean Paul II.
He's taken Italy by storm because of his humorous nature and his down-to-earth style. You know, people really like him.
O'Malley is much more humble, and experts say he's maybe the only cardinal who doesn't want to be pope. But that's what makes a good pope.
Cardinal O'Malley is he is a Capuchin. He went into an order when he was young. He led a very cloistered life, a very tense life of prayer, but he's very down to earth. He likes, a lot of times as cardinal, he wears his garb, the brown garb, and he's known for wearing sandals in the Boston cold winters.
Experts say there may still be a major resistance to an American pope. There's a long-standing tradition where the pope doesn't come from a superpower, and at least one American cardinal has said that in nations where America is viewed as an enemy, Catholics could be put in danger for their association with an American pope. And in the past, it has taken on average around 3.5 years for the cardinals to make their decision. We will keep you posted as we learn more. In Olean, Valerie Tysander, WVTT News.
We're going to be posting more information on our website, So if you want to keep updated, go there. You can check it out. It's WVTTnews.com, or you can go to our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/WVTTnews. New York officials plan to release a decision on fracking in the state in a few weeks. The health commissioner says he won't wait for the gas drilling studies that are being done, as they could take years to complete. They will discuss early findings in coming to their decision. And with a new entertainment center coming to the property on Forness Park Road, work will be coming to Olean's Chestnut Street. The dirt driveway that extends the street to Forness Park will be paved to handle the increase in traffic as people drive into the good times of Olean, currently under construction, which will feature a bowling center, a mini golf, and other entertainment. In the wake of the purchase of the Ivers J. Norton building by Community Bank, the City Planning Board passed a request to allow rental properties adjacent to the school to be torn down to create parking if the plans to convert the Henley Street property into a loan processing center turns out as planned. A massive drug bust in Buffalo leads to 10 arrests. Cocaine, marijuana, handguns, and an AK-47 and other weapons were seized. 10 people in jail tonight after a series of raids across the east side of Buffalo. 3 Bradford residents are injured today after a 2-car collision on Route 66 Monday morning. Police say 41-year-old Jennifer Sheridan fell asleep at the wheel as her car crossed into the southbound lane. 36-year-old Corey Wilcox was driving a truck, tried to avoid her, but wasn't able to. Route 66 was closed for 2 hours after the crash. A Bradford woman is facing theft and forgery charges after allegedly taking more than $41,000 from a cemetery. 55-year-old Janine Hayes is facing 2 third-degree felonies after allegedly altering the amount of money on several checks and putting her name in the recipient block. She also accused of fudging the account statements and the books to hide that alleged theft. City police started the investigation when the real estate company that owns McKean Memorial Park on Route 59 tipped them off and asked them to investigate. Hayes is released after her bail arraignment on $50,000 bail. Well, the Wellsville man who says 85% of Facebook belongs to him is appearing in court. He asked the court to stop prosecuting him. Paul Siglia was arrested last October and charged with fraud as a result of his lawsuit against Facebook executive Mark Zuckerberg. Siglia says his constitutional rights are being violated by the charges against him. A Smethport man facing assault charges after a weekend incident. 36-year-old Michael Cunningham is accused of kicking in a door and pushing a woman into the window while threatening to kill her on Sunday. We have more Twin Tiers Evening News coming up next.